With the money I saved by surviving on instant noodles for a month, I took my girlfriend to the upscale restaurant we'd planned to visit. I dine at places like this all the time. This must be the best outfit you own, right? Tang Yurou's words stabbed into my chest like a sharp blade, yet I had no way to refute her. Her face remained calm and indifferent, but everything about it made me uncomfortable. I did not even know how to eat the French meal laid out before me. Tang Yurou rose from her seat. It is getting late. We should go. A faint smile appeared on her delicate face. She slowly added, of course, we are over, too. She clicked out of the restaurant in her elegant heels, with the roar of an engine. She vanished from my sight. The gossipy waitress had already noticed what was happening here. She approached and whispered, Sir, shall I clear these away? When I did not answer, the waitress glanced at my cheap casual clothes. Sir, I am taking these away. As she spoke, she reached for the plates in front of me. My eyes were bloodshot. I roared in a raspy voice. Did I tell you to clear them? The waitress jumped in fright and instinctively stepped back. I stared at her and demanded, Is this the service at a 5-star restaurant? My voice suddenly rose several octaves, drawing everyone's attention. The waitress felt humiliated at once and snapped back. Why are you taking your anger out on me? Your girlfriend dumped you. Go vent your anger on someone else. Look at you, such a loser. No wonder she dumped you. I laughed in sheer fury. To hell with this fancy place. The waitress staggered back in alarm. Smash it. Let us see if you can afford the damages. Do you even know where you think you are? I panted heavily. The word damages instantly calmed me down. Security, keep an eye on him. Do not let him run away. Just then, 2 middle-aged men entered through the front doors. One was my father. The other was my neighbor, old Zhao. My father's brow was tightly furrowed, and he was barely restraining his rage. I immediately lowered my head and walked over. I am sorry, Dad. I have caused you trouble again. 10,000 yuan was no small sum. Our family probably could not afford it. I expected a brutal scolding, but my father merely chuckled. Smash it. If you are unhappy today, smash whatever you want. HMPH. Your old man will handle everything. I hurriedly moved to stop him. Security. The restaurant security guards immediately surrounded us, but none dared approach. Old Zhao looked downright vicious. He stood over 6 feet 3, with a knife scar over one eye. His eyes were like those of a wild beast. Let us see how you get out of here today. The damages will bankrupt you. My father waved a dismissive hand. Little girl, however much we pay, it goes to the hotel. So why are you so anxious? Go get your boss. Not long after, a Mercedes G-Class worth nearly 2 million yuan pulled up outside the hotel. The hotel owner strode into the lobby. The moment the waitress saw her boss arrive, she rushed over as if seeking credit. Boss, these people are causing trouble. Let us call the police. The owner saw my father and strode over. His expression was utterly grim. It seems your management skills are lacking. I know my son's temperament. He rarely loses his temper. This time, someone must have nearly walked all over him. The hotel owner's legs nearly gave out. I am sorry, boss. In that instant, the waitress and guards froze in place. Only old Zhao's expression did not change. He still stood stern-faced behind my father. My father looked up at the waitress. She was so terrified that she could not say a word. The phone in her hand clattered to the floor. The hotel owner did not dare say a word either. He looked as though he were awaiting judgment. It is nothing. Go ask my son whether he has calmed down. If he has, get someone to clean up. The hotel owner bowed. Then he cautiously turned toward me, his face full of ingratiating smiles. Young master, what would you like done? My father looked at me and waved his hand. Son, this hotel belongs to our family. You are my only son. How could I let my own son be mistreated? My father's words made my mind go completely blank. Yunding was the grandest hotel in Jingdu. Whenever I passed by before, I could only look at it with envy. But now my father said it belonged to our family. I was actually a wealthy heir. All right, brat. You were too immature before. So, your mother and I never told you. But now, it is time you knew. My father flicked away the cigarette butt in his hand, then rose and headed for the private elevator. Old Zhao, Wait here for me. Several pretty hostesses immediately bowed. One stepped forward and pressed the elevator button for my father. Still feeling surreal, I followed behind my father. The hotel owner also breathed a sigh of relief. You offended the young master. Let us see what you do now. If the young master is unhappy, I will be in trouble too. The waitress looked utterly panicked. Her legs went weak, and she collapsed onto the floor. After all, no one could have imagined that this loser who had just been dumped was actually the hotel's big boss's son. Ha. I have never seen you sit this straight at home. All right, relax. Your mother and I have discussed it. The burden of the family. It is time to hand that burden over to you. You are grown now. It is time for you to take over our business in Jingdu. Before I could react, my father summoned an elderly man in his 60s into the office. He instructed, Old Chen, this brat is your responsibility from now on. Help him get familiar with everything. Understood. My father looked at me again. Brat, the Lin family's business cannot be explained in just a few words. This card is for you. I glanced at it and instinctively asked, how much is on it? With your current spending ability, you definitely will not spend it all. Just use it. Then my phone suddenly vibrated. It was a call from my college class president. Tonight is our 3-year college reunion. Lin Chuan, you have to come. See you at 8 at the Yunding Xingyue Club. Before I could reply, the caller hung up. My father smiled knowingly. All right, go enjoy yourself with your classmates. I have a task for you. First, spend 1 million yuan. Do not tell me. You do not even know how to spend money. I was speechless. From Dad's tone. Was he trying to turn me into a spendthrift? The Yunding Xingyue Club was Yunding Earl's premier private club. It hosted many influential people. For this reunion to be held here, one supposed we had Zhou Yang, the wealthy heir in our class, to thank. At the agreed time, I headed toward the Xingyue Club's largest luxury private room. The lively room fell silent at once. A dozen or so pairs of eyes turned toward me. Some were contemptuous, some mocking, and some appraising. The class president was the first to stand. Lin Chuan, I was afraid you would not come. You are the last one here. Was traffic bad today? I walked straight to an empty seat. Shrugging, I do not know. I did not really notice on the way here. Lin Chuan, with rain this heavy, it must have been hard to get a cab. Zhang Ming had the bunk above mine in college. Lin Chuan, how long have you been wearing those clothes? I have a few old outfits. Want to take them and wear them? Even an idiot could hear the passive-aggressive mockery in his voice. He was certain I did not own a car. I took a sip of tea. I drove here. I just live fairly close by, so traffic was not an issue. This club is in a prime location, but there do not seem to be any residential areas nearby. Where do you live? Our class representative was the one speaking. He wore black-rimmed glasses, with his hair neatly combed. He looked bookish and proper. A female classmate beside him, dripping in jewelry, cut in. Shangda International is east of the club. It is the only residential complex within 2 kilometers. Lin Chuan, you do not live there, do you? I recognized her as Li Yun. Back in college, whenever she passed me, she always wore a look of disgust. Then someone said, Li Yun, the apartments at Shangda International are all over 400 square meters. They cost 300,000 yuan per square meter. Even your big shot Mr. Liu might not be able to afford one. Li Yun gave a short laugh. She glanced at me sideways. Lin Chuan, where exactly do you live? Stop pretending and tell us the truth. At worst, I'll have my husband, Liu, find you a rental. Cheap and practical. The moment she finished speaking, the room erupted in jeers, but I found it amusing. I actually did own an apartment at Shangda International, though I had only learned that tonight. My father had prepared a house and car for me long ago, but at that moment, I did not want to explain myself to them. I am staying at the hotel next door. The next second, several people burst out laughing without restraint. Lin Chuan, after all these years, why are you still so fond of putting on airs? The place next door you are staying at is one of those little motels that cost just a few dozen yuan a night, right? I looked toward the voice. Zhou Yang's face was filled with contempt. He had been my sworn rival throughout our 4 years of college. But there was a deeper reason for our conflict. Without showing a thing, I looked toward Tang Yurou, who sat beside Zhou Yang. She was my ex-girlfriend, the woman I had once pursued with everything I had. Tang Yurou was beautiful, Everyone agreed she was the beauty of both their class and department. Her family also owned a small business. I was only 18 when I started college. Naturally, I was easily drawn to pretty girls. Tang Yurou had so many admirers. They could have circled the track twice. But since we were classmates, I had the advantage of being close to her. I followed after her every day. Anything within my power. I did my best to give her the very best. Every sacrifice I had made every sacrifice willingly, just to win her smile. But today, I finally understood. Sincerity does not always earn sincerity in return. Looking at their clasped hands, I smiled. You two are together? Congratulations. Chuan, do not blame me either. You only have yourself to blame for being such a failure. Tang Yurou maintained her poised demeanor and gave me a faint smile. There was not a trace of guilt on her face. It was as if I were not the one she had hurt today. It is over between us. Chuan, I hope you find someone suitable soon too. You need not concern yourself with me. I am still young. I am in no rush. Young or not. The truth is, nobody wants you. Everyone present nodded in agreement. Their gazes toward me grew even more contemptuous. Some even mocked me outright. I had been there less than 5 minutes, and had barely settled into my seat. Yet they had already labeled me a loser with no house, no car, and no respectable job. But just then, the private room door swung open. A security guard walked in and called out, "Whose Lamborghini is parked outside?" Another guest lightly scraped your car. They would like to compensate you. The room fell silent instantly. The mocking and laughter stopped cold. A Lamborghini? That is a multi-million-dollar supercar. Impressive. Which one of us showed up in a car that good? Could it be Zhou? He is the only one who could afford it. A smug look flashed across Zhou Yang's face. He was about to deny it, but I slowly raised my hand and signaled to the guard. It is mine. Tell that guest. The roads are difficult in the rain. It is fine. No compensation is necessary. My voice was quiet, yet it silenced the entire room. The guard turned and left. A deathly silence filled the room. Everyone stared at me as if they had seen a ghost. A few seconds later, Zhou Yang was the first to recover. He slammed his hand on the table, showing off with someone else's car. Chuan, you have some nerve. The class representative shook his head at me too. Chuan, stop this. The real owner might come after you. Sensing the mood had turned sour, the class president quickly rose with his glass raised. Everyone, let me say a few words. First, let us celebrate our reunion 3 years after graduation. Second, let us thank Zhou Yang for arranging this important gathering here, so we could all experience a place like this. Li Yun chimed in with a sweet laugh. Seriously, this is the hardest club in Jingdu to book. My husband, Lu, has only been here once. Zhou Yang looked even smugger. He shot me a glance and said in a patronizing tone, Chuan, you have probably never even heard of this club. When you leave, remember to pack some food for your parents. I clenched my fist. If I had held back before out of respect for old classmates, because I did not want to make things ugly, I kept holding back. Then now, I saw no reason to tolerate it anymore. They could insult me, but they would not insult my parents. I slowly lifted my wine glass from the table. A faint, unreadable smile touched my lips. I raised it toward Zhou Yang. Zhou Yang, since you are so thoughtful, let me offer you a toast, and thank you for your concern. Zhou Yang's face filled with disdain. He sneered. What? Now you know to suck up to me. Where was that attitude before? As he spoke, he lifted his own glass, arrogantly waiting for my toast. But the next second, I sharply flicked my wrist. The icy red wine in my glass splashed out. Without missing, every drop landed on Zhou Yang's high-collared suit. The room fell deathly silent. Zhou Yang's smug, arrogant expression froze. Then it was replaced by towering rage. He sprang to his feet, pointing at me. Chuan, you are dead. Where is the head of security? Get in here. Throw this lunatic out. He must be tired of living. I did not move an inch. That cold smile still lingered on my lips. I bet you cannot lay a hand on me. The moment I finished speaking, a tall man, in a black security uniform, strode briskly inside. Young Master Zhou, what happened? Who bullied you? It was Zhao Feng, the club's head of security. Zhao Feng and Zhou Yang were very close. Whenever Zhou Yang came to the club, Zhao Feng personally attended him. He obeyed Zhou Yang's every command. The moment Zhou Yang saw Zhao Feng, he pointed at me and roared, "It is him. Drag him outside and teach him a lesson. Make him learn what happens when he crosses me." Zhao Feng looked at me. His eyes were full of contempt and malice. Without a word, he shouted toward the door, "Guards, drag this clueless brat outside." Two guards rushed in at once, ready to seize me. Just then, the young guard who had asked about the car owner earlier walked up to me again. His face was full of respect. "Hello, sir. I am terribly sorry to disturb you. Here is the situation. Your car is parked in an awkward spot. Another car passed by just now and nearly scraped it again. Why not give me your keys? I will move it to your reserved parking space. I guarantee there will be no further trouble." The moment he said that, Zhao Feng froze mid-motion. He turned to look at the guard, then looked back at me. A mocking expression crossed his face. "Him? A Lamborghini owner? Kid, have you lost your mind?" He stepped forward, shoving the young guard aside. He pointed at me and threatened, "Let me tell you, not only did you splash young Master Zhou today, you also dared to impersonate a Lamborghini owner. I will contact the real owner right now and have him deal with you." I paid no attention to his ranting. I did not even look up at him. I merely slowly raised my hand and took a car key from my pocket. At the top of the key was Lamborghini's distinctive bull emblem. It was exquisitely crafted, glittering brightly. Unless they were blind, anyone could recognize it. The room once again sank into deathly silence. Everyone stared, dumbfounded, at the key in my hand. The shock on their faces was unmistakable. The classmates who had mocked me moments ago now all stared wide-eyed. They seemed to stop breathing. That cannot be possible. "Lin Chuan, what is going on?" Li Yun dropped her scornful expression. Her eyes were full of panic and curiosity as she kept sizing me up. Zhou Yang's face shifted from green to pale. He looked worse than after being splashed with wine. "Lin Chuan, are you faking this? You even bought a prop key just to put on a show. Do you think that can fool us? I am telling you, no way." The moment he finished speaking, the private room's door was violently thrown open. Club manager Wang wore a crisp suit and hurried in with a panicked look. Several staff members followed behind him. The instant he entered, he bowed deeply to me. His voice carried a trace of fear. "Young Master Lin, I am truly sorry. I failed to manage this properly. I allow these blind fools to offend you." Young Master Lin. Those three words were like a bomb, exploding through the room. Everyone was completely stunned. Zhao Feng, so overbearing moments ago, turned deathly pale. "Manager Wang, what did you call him? Who is young Master Lin?" Manager Wang shot Zhao Feng a vicious glare. His eyes burned with anger and apprehension. "Are you blind? This is our young proprietor, young Master Lin Chuan. The Cloudtop Earl Hotel, the Cloudtop Starlight Club, and more than half of Jingdu's high-end businesses all belong to young Master Lin's family. You dared lay hands on young Master Lin? Do you have a death wish?" Zhao Feng shook all over in terror. He hurriedly fell to his knees before me, cold sweat pouring down his face. "Young Master Lin, I am sorry. I failed to recognize who you were. I did not know it was you. Please be merciful and spare me this once." By then, the classmates in the room erupted. Every trace of mockery and contempt vanished from their faces. It was replaced by shock and shameless flattery. Zhang Ming was the first to recover. He hurried over, wearing a fawning smile. "Lin Chuan, I never imagined you were doing this well. I was thoughtless earlier. I should not have looked down on you. Please be the bigger man, and do not take it to heart." Li Yun hurried over too. Her eyes were full of ingratiation. "Lin Chuan, I always knew you carried yourself with distinction. You are clearly no ordinary man." The classmates who had been flattering Zhou Yang also gathered around me. Every one of them wore a fawning smile, apologizing and currying favor without pause. Tang Yurou was completely stunned as well. She let go of Zhou Yang's hand and stood frozen in place. Her eyes were filled with shock, regret, and resentment. She simply could not believe it. Zhou Yang, meanwhile, looked as if all his strength had drained away. He slumped into his chair, his face ashen. He kept muttering, "Impossible. How could Lin Chuan be the young proprietor?" At that moment, the family status Zhou Yang took such pride in was utterly crushed. I ignored their flattery and apologies. I simply said to Manager Wang, "First, have the guard park my car properly. Then fire this head of security. From now on, he is not to set foot in any Cloudtop property again. Yes, Young Master Lin, I will take care of it at once. Manager Wang replied with a hurried bow. Then he barked at Zhao Feng. You are fired. Get out now. Zhao Feng fled in disgrace. Seeing my arrogant, domineering attitude, Zhou Yang's resentment and rage erupted at once. He abruptly raised his head, glaring at me viciously. Lin Chuan, do not get cocky. Do you think you got this booking by pulling strings? I turned to the club manager and said coolly, Manager Wang, tell them, who authorized them to reserve this club? Manager Wang bowed and replied, Young master, it was Mr. Zhou Yang. He used connections to reach an ordinary club employee and secretly made the reservation. Under our club's rules, someone of Mr. Zhou Yang's standing is not qualified to reserve one of our luxury private rooms. If not for the fact that, young master, you were coming here today, we would have thrown them out long ago. Those words completely shattered Zhou Yang's last shred of pride. I looked over the sorry scene before me. My heart was utterly unmoved. All I felt was a deeply satisfying thrill. I rose to my feet, straightened my clothes, and said evenly, I did not want to attend this gathering today. If everyone had simply eaten in peace, there would have been no problem. But some people just had such filthy mouths. Things have come to this, and I do not want to stay any longer. Stay if you want. I am leaving. Then I turned to Manager Wang again. Also, I am booking out the place tonight. Put all expenses on my tab. Yes, young master. Once outside the club, I let out a long breath. It felt so good to strike back at those who had looked down on me. My father was right. I am a son of the Lin family. I should not have to endure humiliation. It was nearly midnight when I returned to the hotel. I washed up and went straight to sleep. The next day, a ringing phone woke me. I opened my eyes and saw it was my father calling. You little brat, you really caused a scene last night. I instinctively started to apologize, but the next second, my father said, Well done. That is how a son of the Lin family should be. We do not go looking for trouble, but we are not afraid of it either. Thanks, Dad. Oh, right? I forgot to tell you. 2 years ago, your mother and I arranged an engagement for you. Wanqing, the Su family's daughter, has just returned from studying abroad. She is not only beautiful, but has a lovely personality too. If you are free today, go meet her. I will send you the address shortly. Before I could answer, my father hung up. It was already noon. Just as I was about to get lunch, I spotted a familiar figure in the hotel lobby. It was Tang Yurou. The moment she saw me, she ran toward me excitedly. I sidestepped, avoiding the hand she tried to place on me. Lin Chuan, I knew you would come here. I have been waiting for you a long time. Let us talk properly, I said, exasperated. We have nothing to talk about. I take back what I said yesterday about breaking up. Can we get back together? In your eyes, I am just something you can summon and discard whenever you please. Am I? You say we get back together, and we do. You say we break up, and we break up. Discomfort flickered across Tang Yuru's face, but she softened her voice and said, Lin Chuan, it is not like that. Zhou Yang forced me. My family's company ran into trouble recently. Zhou Yang said that if I got together with him, he could help my family through this crisis. So what? Now that you see how wealthy and powerful my family is, you want to seize your chance with me again. Perhaps my words struck a nerve, because Tang Yuru's voice suddenly turned shrill. Lin Chuan, I was wrong before. I love you. Please give me another chance. I will treat you well from now on. I looked at her hypocritical face and found it utterly laughable. Another chance? Tang Yurou, do you think I would still want a woman like you? Someone who flatters the powerful and despises the poor. Every word I said cut deep. Tang Yuru's face instantly turned pale. Tears streamed down her face uncontrollably. I ignored her, turned away, and called Uncle Chen. I told him to arrange a driver to take me to the Su family estate. Oddly enough, this time Uncle Chen had arranged a female driver for me. She was an exceptionally beautiful young woman and a highly skilled driver. After a 40-minute drive, the car stopped before a villa. This does not look like the Su family estate. Seeing my reaction, the beautiful young woman smiled. This is your marital home. My marital home, whose marital home? Yours and mine, of course. I whipped around to look at her and met her smiling eyes. Hello. My name is Su Wanqing. She held out her hand. I forced an awkward smile and quickly reached out to shake her hand. Sorry, I did not know it was you. Su Wanqing smiled, her voice bright and cheerful. It is all right. Once we are married, We will have plenty of time to get to know each other. Wait, did my father not say we were only meeting? How did it turn into getting married? Just as I was about to ask what was going on, a voice suddenly rang out from the balcony overhead. You little brat, come up and take a look at your marital home. Wanqing, and I hurried upstairs. Only later did I learn that my father had long since set a wedding date with the Su family. It was at the end of next month. He had originally wanted us to spend some time together first. If neither of us objected, we would go ahead and marry, then build our feelings over time. With the Su family's support, I could establish my position in the Ling group, and the marriage alliance between the Su and Lin families would also strengthen cooperation between the Ling group and the Su group, making their joint projects more secure. Naturally, I did not oppose the arranged marriage. If the woman I chose for myself would betray me in the end, I might as well choose the one my parents chose. Besides, after spending several days with Wanqing, I found that she truly was a wonderful woman. The engagement ceremony was set for January 19th. Many guests came that day. Business leaders from companies large and small across Jingdu had all come to celebrate with a toast. The ceremony began promptly at 11 o'clock. Under everyone's watchful eyes, Wanqing slowly made her entrance. But at that very moment, a commotion suddenly erupted below the stage. It was Tang Yurou and her friend, Yuan. I did not know how she had learned I was here. Tang Yurou looked as though she had gone mad. She shoved aside those blocking her path, her bloodshot eyes fixed on the stage. This sudden disruption drew the attention of every guest. I remained calm. I turned to Wanqing and quickly explained, I am sorry. She is a college friend of mine. Could we pause the ceremony and give me a few minutes to go talk to them? Wanqing hesitated, then nodded. I waved for all the staff to stop. From beginning to end, Tang Yurou's gaze remained locked on me. She never looked away for even a moment. You said you would not forgive me, all because you want to marry this woman? Seeing how furious she was, I almost laughed. Who I marry is none of your business. Tang Yurou laughed in anger at my words. She closed her eyes, then opened them again. A blazing fury burned in her eyes. Is that why you are getting married behind my back? What do you mean, behind your back? The marriage between the Lin and Su families has been all over the internet for over a month. Tang Yurou, do you not go online? The Lin and Su families. Tang Yurou seemed to remember something. She abruptly turned toward the bride beside me. Her pupils suddenly widened. She could not believe it. Wanqing was marrying me. Nor could she believe that I was the heir to Jingdu's largest conglomerate, the Ling group. You are from the Lin family of the Ling group. I looked at her calmly. More precisely, I am the next heir to the Ling group, and Wanqing's fiancé. Does anyone still have questions about my identity? That long list of titles left Tang Yurou and her friend speechless. Among our college classmates, Tang Yurou could indeed call the shots, but this was a marriage alliance between Jingdu's two greatest families. Their little bit of influence, before the Lin and Su families, was simply insignificant. After a long silence, Tang Yurou finally asked in a hoarse voice, why did you never tell me before? Why did you hide your true identity from me? Have you not hidden plenty from me too? For example, the night before we broke up, you were still in young Master Zhou's bed. Just a few words drained every bit of color from Tang Yurou's face. She hurriedly tried to defend herself again. I can explain this. He forced me that night. If I had refused, he would not have helped my family. I did not want to say any more. I was just about to signal security to escort them out, when Tang Yurou persisted. Lin Chuan, why would you rather marry a woman you've barely known than forgive me after 2 years together? I took a step back and put some distance between us. If I remember correctly, we have already broken up, have we not? Why do you care so much? The marriage between the Lin and Su families was arranged more than a month ago. We had not broken up then, yet you had already found someone else. I folded my arms and glanced at her. My tone remained indifferent. You could sleep with Zhou Yang first, then break up with me. Was I wrong to plan my own future a month in advance? My words left Tang Yurou speechless. She stepped forward and tried to grab my hand, but I dodged her. Without another glance at her, I turned and headed for the stage. As we passed each other, Tang Yurou could no longer restrain herself. She grabbed hold of me. My patience had reached its limit. I threw her hand off. As we struggled, the old, poorly maintained chandelier above us creaked and came crashing down. It plummeted straight toward my head. At that instant of danger, Tang Yurou instinctively shoved me aside. There was a deafening bang. The iron fixture, weighing dozens of pounds, slammed into her shoulder. Wanqing immediately pulled me away. I could not help turning back. At a glance, I saw Tang Yurou lying in a pool of blood. Security personnel rushed over at the sound and checked Tang Yurou's injuries. Wanqing frowned and asked whether I was hurt. Once she confirmed I was unharmed, she finally breathed a sigh of relief. She supported me as we left that troubled place. The ceremony had no choice but to be postponed. The next time I heard news of Tang Yurou was 3 days later. Li Young called me. Lin Chuan, can you really be this heartless? Yurou was badly hurt saving you. Will you not even come see her? Listening to her accusations, I refused to let her pin this on me. I gave a cold laugh. If she had not kept clinging to me, the chandelier never would have hit my head. She brought those injuries on herself, and you are blaming me for that. No matter what happened, at that life or death moment, she did push you out of the way. Do you truly have no feelings left for her at all? I almost had to admire her shamelessness and her talent for twisting the truth. I could not be bothered to waste another word on her. Li Yun, stop being so unreasonable. Tang Yurou has nothing to do with me. If you keep harassing me, I will hang up. The moment I finished speaking, Tang Yurou's weak voice came through the phone, yet it carried a vicious edge. It was clear she had snatched Li Yun's phone. Lin Chuan, do not hang up. I know you do not care about me, but you cannot afford not to care about your marriage. I raised a brow, my tone cold. What does my marriage have to do with you? Of course it does. Tang Yurou's voice suddenly rose. A trace of madness colored her threat. If you do not come to see me, I will kill myself. Then I will have reporters write that the Ling group's heir drove his former girlfriend to suicide to marry into the Su family. When that happens, we will see whether the Su family still wants this marriage alliance. Before I could refute her, Wanqing took my phone. Her tone was icy. Miss Tang, you saved Lin Chuan's life at the ceremony. That is why I have tolerated you at every turn. Lin Chuan still valued your past together, which is why he has not gone after your family. But I have no connection whatsoever to the Tang family. Wanqing's tone remained calm, but every word carried a threat. I believe Miss Tang is an intelligent woman, so you know what choice to make. Those few words sent Tang Yurou's heart plunging into despair. After all, with the Su family's power, all Wanqing needed to do was say the word, and the Tang company could vanish from Jingdu overnight. Tang Yurou did not dare gamble with her family. She could only grit her teeth and swallow her anger. Then she hurriedly hung up. Sure enough, after that, Tang Yurou never contacted us again. Just a few days later, news came that the Tang family had gone bankrupt. Apparently, the Tang company had already been crippled by its previous crisis. It was on the verge of collapse. Only modest support from Zhou Yang's family had barely kept it afloat. But after Zhou Yang learned that Tang Yurou had come to see me without permission, the Zhou family completely cut ties with the Tang family. Without the Zhou family's support, the Tang family's cash flow collapsed instantly. They were left drowning in debt. In the end, they could only declare bankruptcy. 1 month later, Wanqing and I held our wedding as scheduled. No one came to cause trouble. The wedding was lavish and grand. Every prominent figure in Jingdu came to offer congratulations. The partnership between the Ling group and the Su group also grew even stronger because of this wedding.